I'm just having some wonderful oatmeal and walnuts and pumpkin seed and sunflower seeds and hemp and flax seeds all mixed in there with a little bit of blueberries that has hydrated in there. Mm. So, um, in this video, um, I feel really, I've been lately, about the asphalt attack, and there's no doubt that was a release from the enemy. That see, the more and more I think about it, you put it on the table, like you figure how that nobody has done that before. See, the way they kept it up here was very much to keep it a luxury of a wilderness area, like cabins were here, and they kind of do have people coming into the homes as kind of like a recreation of staying in a house, and it's, I'll just say, a house in the woods. Um, uh, because homes have been built, and I've talked about this before, that are like completely stucco, and it's the same thing what we say up here. My grandmother, would say, compared to what was built here, a cabin in the woods by a master who knew what that entails. I mean, why you do that? Why you simplify the materials and everything? Um, uh, we know that she would call it the Gardena houses, which is suburban development, city right outside the big cities. You have suburban development, and so some houses are like that up here, and they're always having to paint every 3.5 years or something because of the extremes. But anyway, just kind of grotesque, big, giant, looks like 9-bedroom houses or something. More and more, these people are not oriented to staying up in the mountains. You can tell by the way the asphalt, their yard in the middle of an area where it's like, okay, shouldn't we have had an agreement like to not do that, especially along the creek? And I'm just right now at the moment feeling kind of helpless. My story is well, it's right before the full moon here, and I'm trying to get things rolling. I did all the phone calls that I needed to do, and that feels better. You get it off your chest and talk about it, but not really. There's still asphalt laying out there, and I'm thinking it needs to be removed. It's a fucking oil spill or something like that. That's an environmental disaster that we should make the warlords pay for. Whoever has all the money to 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 grant and fund all of these projects that are designed, especially in the rural areas. City has it too. They are designed to mess with your well-being. They say be resilient, and that means a part of it would mean to go into your city councils when the moment you see them attacking in your area, and put your foot down and start try to push back, and there should be a bunch of people who say, yeah, no, we see that, got to go to court again. And this is the theater. That's the theater. I get it. It's not even alive yet. You notice how it's dead. Everybody there is wearing a Darth Vader fucking suit, and it doesn't make any sense as far as if the organism has needs, which is their rights, and they do. They can take it with both hands if they knew how. And we're about to straighten all that out, but there's going to be a lot of chaos uh, breaking out um, against that, and then within the ones who hang on for dear life to their indoctrined lives, their belief system, their everything that they, well, there's a lot of illness. Everybody is sick here, but some are more far off than others, right? I mean, the saying goes, nobody's perfect, but some are closer than others. Um, that's not the point at all. You know what? There's instant healing available for people through prayer. And that's one of the things that I was going to put up right there. It's kind of, you know, somebody like me who has been living that and who's just like waking up to it. What is it, you know? If you're the higher vibrational frequency, like say, like you play music, and the reason why I play music, folks, it's kind of like the reason why I make this oatmeal. You want it to be palatable. You want it to be healthy and feel good for people, right? Something that the kids or any kid at any age, if you're doing it right, you are a kid. Imagining, music tends to bring out. I don't know about you, but aside from your heavy metal poisoning, um, sorry, the heavy metal music. Weird name for that now, right? Thanks a lot. Does that mean it's also tuned off a little bit to the 140 or 440 instead of 432? Thanks a lot. All non-GMO. And people think we're crazy with that. It's like, no. We have feelings. We feel. Our food is like a drug that we take. I explain it as, don't you see? I'm like when you turn me sideways, I almost disappear. It's because I'm just a panel, and when you put food on it or something, you pin that in there or whatever. I'm gonna really feel it. It's gonna be my entire makeup after a while. And be careful. Be careful. Mmm, so good. Well, it's the weekend, and I thought I would share my morning cartoon. Isn't it more beautiful when people smile and just put it on? I'm experiencing what we're doing now is Venus square to Uranus, and I am providing comedy relief. I mean, um, the truth is Venus has stopped messing with my moon, which was all right. It's an opposition with Leo and my moon. Leos are very attracted to me. My moon in Aquarius does or does not help. I mean, I think it is the final allure to them. They're like, the hell, what is that? Trying to grasp onto the emotional level of my understanding or whatever my emotional body, which is electric. It's like it's a robot. It's robot and it's glitching out a lot. Just to be honest with you, the Aquarius moon. We just want to be funny. We really like to analyze on a Dr. Spock scale. Why did the emotion come up? And let's analyze if it's the proper emotion, where did that emotion come from? Is it mind-generated emotion? Or is it really a situation? It's okay. What if we're just receivers of emotion? Like, of course, humanity, I was kind of thinking of this earlier. Humanity is going through, whether they know it, like it or not, all of humanity, Huns, and I am, by the way, humanity. You are too. Just say it. Say it. Say it. I know it's not Sunday. Say, I am humanity. So, we are grieving. there's a lot of us, me, I mean, we shouldn't wallow in this sadness or grief about having lost our lives as far as everything we know it. What I really mean, who cares about the McDonald's going down and even football or even presidencies? I think that's all part of it, though. It's like, when do we get to make our own hamburgers and get our own leaders and play our own games in our own neighborhoods together? What are we all doing together? It is the most ridiculous classroom out there. Still, it's just like poured out onto the streets, and now it's like these idiotic, unmanaged minds. Really, it's like these kids, right? We've heard about 80% are narcissists, but they have now. Well, up here they're starting to retire and buy land and pour asphalt all over the place, and they might not even be retired, babes. These are people with kids, and they think this is a great idea to live up here. Why? So you can see. This is the only thing that I have going for me is that they did do that haphazardly. They did make a mistake, and they know it. They look around in this neighborhood, which is they are. What do they want? They're trying to degrade the whole entire scape. It's a beautiful area. Rub your eyes. What did you do? What did you do? Nobody is doing that. Okay, what they're doing, babes. Okay, so you don't like the way that weeds look? Take care of them. See, I was trying to fucking advertise. I hate this fucking video now. I was trying to advertise a year and a half ago. Twice I did. I was like, I'm a local. I'm here. They can go. They can skim your properties 4 times a year, and I charged $25 an hour. See, their problem is they really need the job done. They wait for a whole year for it to get done, and then they pay anywhere from $400 if it's small to $800 to get it all cleaned up. Because we live in a forest and things fall down, and the fire departments want us to do that. A lot of it is just fire abatement, and you don't do the whole yard. Some of it's the whole yard, you know. A lot of people like to get their whole yard and all of their trees manicured. So I'm part of that, but I'm part of the one that says, well, you see, that first hit that they set themselves up with is the issue. It's a lot of work for me, and I'll get it done in 2 days, rather than have a Mexican crew come and do it in 3 hours with their 8 men that charges 600. They're charging $143 per guy an hour there, but they get it done in like an hour and a half with them, mini men. But so it takes me a couple days to do that. Really, I'll work no more than 4 hours. See, this is my advertisement. I work no more than 4 hours. So no matter what, you're paying $100 for this stuff to get done. But check it out. You have to watch what I do. You just have to give me a chance. It's just basically I'm gonna get your shit done for fucking $300 less. That's what it usually goes. How it goes when I do go in there and pick up that year's worth of crap that happened. They're just sitting on it, and usually they're getting their landlords to pay for it. They have to arrange it with their landlords to get a crew in there. And I know I've made some renters some cash in their money because cash in their pocket because their landlord's like, well, it's $600, right? And it was really $300 because I was there, and they're like, yeah, it was 600, and they pocket 300, and they give me 300, and they give me a $60 tip because like, so, but I'm happy to do that because it's a lot of money for me. I live simply. I torture myself, and I come back to this healing space. It's well worth it to me. It looks ridiculous because I don't have a truck, but it's like, babe, my truck, is my hatchback. It's even better than a truck because you don't have to cover it and shit. But anyway, um, you know, that's what the right idea is, that you hire, first of all, local people that could be struggling financially like me would make a big difference to have landed at least, let's say, um, 12 houses that I visit 4 times a year, and I get charged $25 an hour. I know it sounds pathetic or whatever, but no, just to help people um, look better, their yards look better. It creates a better mentality and everything. You get the idea. Yourself, if you want to do it, you can do something more with it. Plant some shrubberies that you want to be there or something, and trees. Um, but no, I get the idea. I look around and I look at these. There's one, two, three, four places. But I see how they manage themselves. They hire like 3 men, and they're all like, just sparks are flying, and then they leave piles, and you don't ever leave piles. Whenever you start moving it, you just put it right in a bag and get it out. Right when you start moving, just bag, get it out. These guys, they just move it, put it in a pile, and now they have to bag it. It's like, yeah, you're moving twice there. There is a way to do it, and I learned by the master up here. A master was up here, and he says, "Nah, you don't bust your ass. You actually are staying in shape doing this." And I did it for my health for the longest time. People didn't understand. The last time I did it, it seemed like really hard work, but I was so grateful to get my calves and my legs still, just to keep them in shape as I was actually starving to death, and I needed to stop, just like humanity needed to stop everything. Stop! Trust the social system. I wish it was social media more, but no. I went and got food stamps, and a little help with my food coming in makes such the difference in the world. It took me a whole year. I'm still working on it. My problem, I'm sure, is that to get the right omega acids and stuff going, so that I could start get out of this funk that I feel that is going on. But God keeps communicating more to me and saying, Shauna, you're on the right track. Whatever it is that you think is going wrong or whatever, even that is perfect. What you need to rest, keep resting. See, this is what humanity needs to learn. Now, I didn't just say don't do essential work, don't do essential things. See, a lot of that we went through was a combination. There was a war. It's a tug of war for your perception, and something was honestly trying to prepare us, that they have to, as far as whoever they are, the ones that are fueling both sides of wars out there, both sides of your misery, and then the solution. Um, they create confusion and inhospitable conditions inside of the living room there because of the requirements out there. You have to go, and the school brings it back that you're doing this amazing math that you're never going to do that math in a million years, babes, but it's there to fucking ruin, especially women. Like, well, why do I even need to know this long division when we can know it naturally? If there's a real thing coming on, just learn music. Learn music. But to take that away, so everybody's just living fragmented, and now there's an inhospitable condition. Well, the church was always there ready to take us in case we got spiritually lost, right? But no. Think about this now. You got to get your education. I always think, why? Why do we have to be sucked in and instructed all the time? See, this is high-minded stuff, as far as meditators are concerned. I didn't just say we throw all of the structures that we ever did Saturnian, as far as everything, astrologically, our human evolution and our cultures that come out of focusing on all these things. No. Uh, um, but where did those capabilities go in society? Um, why is it more and more hidden? The fact is it has been more hidden, and there are two classes, right? But amongst the cuckoo's nest here, who you don't know you live in a cuckoo's nest. It's made of the financial institution. That thing has people doing the fucking weirdest shit now. You can hear it on and these people forget that all that they're doing, they're getting plumped up All they're doing is just they're trying to secure their food source. They're trying to secure their food source, and it's like how fucking pathetic. Because talk about securing your food source. They're shutting the real farmers out. They're shutting people's simple lifestyles out, who they live so healthy. And then if you look again, the people working out in the field, the farmers, man, they're good looking and they have bright eyes and maybe they're a little tan, but they seem like they're smiling and all they do is they kind of just hand you a fruit and they hope you get it, um, and then in their off times, a lot of them may be artists and stuff, or just doing other things with herbs or playing music. The kids are running around with this, um, and I know it sounds being reduced down, but it's like it's probably because we haven't even been brought up yet, babes. A lot of really good gurus of the East, and even I will tell you, just you would, if you knew what we knew as far as your potential as a human being, not the inorganic side, the organic side. You would know for sure that we have not even yet started to erect a human civilization.